Good morning and welcome to the Morning Breath live stream. My name is Jeremy Tennell and I'm your host. And this is week 2, day 1 of our 14-week journey entitled The Path of Personal Transformation. Today, we discuss honesty. Transformation begins the moment we become honest about the patterns running in our lives. Last week, we talked about orientation, learning how to pause, breathe, and become aware of the inner worlds within us. And this week, we move into the next stage of personal transformation, recognition. Recognition is an emergent state that begins with seeing our patterns and behaviors. Self-awareness is the skill that unfolds within us as we start to tell ourselves the truth. Not a crafted story that we present to others, and not the polished narratives we use to protect our identities and our egos, but the quiet, honest truth that we are willing to admit to ourselves. It might sound like I keep repeating this pattern, or this behavior is costing me something, or something in my life is no longer working for me. Recognition is the moment we stop pretending we don't see it. Recognition can feel uncomfortable because it challenges our self-image. We all have coping mechanisms that helped us survive earlier chapters of life. But strategies that once protected often eventually become patterns that limit us. You can recognize these patterns in your life because they look like avoidance, overworking, emotional shutdown, digital distraction, or reactivity rather than response ability. What once helped us to survive may now be creating friction in our lives. And if we're quiet enough and honest enough, we can feel that friction. Recognition is not condemnation. This is not about shaming ourselves. This is about seeing clearly without punishment. Instead of saying, "What is wrong with me?" it's about asking, what pattern is showing up right here in this moment? Recognition replaces judgment with curiosity and self-inquiry. In systems thinking, patterns continue to repeat until the feedback loop is noticed and responsibly disrupted. The moment you see the loop, something powerful happens. A small space appears between activation and reaction, between stimulus and response. And in that space, the power to choose our response begins to emerge. Recognition begins with a simple moment of honesty. This pattern isn't serving me anymore. This area of my life feels unmanageable. Something needs to change. I need to change. That moment is not a moment of weakness. That moment is the beginning of transformation. I'd ask you to keep a journal close by. It can be anything. It can be a spiral-bounded notebook. It can be something leather-bound. It could be fancy, whatever fits your style. And I want you to take a moment today to reflect on this question. What pattern keeps repeating in my life even though it no longer serves me? And if you want to take this one step deeper, ask yourself, what might this pattern be trying to protect me from? No judgment, just curiosity. When you feel yourself resisting, pulling back, take a moment to return to your breath and begin again. Begin the process of personal honesty. Awareness begins with a single honest breath. All right, let's begin our breath practice for this morning. I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes. And we're going to sit up straight. We're going to shimmy our hips back and forth. We're going to roll our shoulders back. And we're going to start with 2 large breaths that end with an exhale of a sigh, like this. One more. Now let's relax our shoulders. Let's relax our neck, our forehead, our eyes, our cheeks. And let's just begin with an inhale of about 5 to 6 seconds through our nose. Inhale. Hold and exhale. Soften your gaze. Inhale. Hold and exhale. Let's place our hand over our heart. Inhale. Hold and exhale. Let's use our minds to begin a gravity. Inhale. Hold and exhale. To begin a gratitude list. Inhale. Hold and exhale. Come back to your gratitude as you go. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Now on your own. I am grateful for the day. I am grateful to be here. I am grateful for the sunrise. Expand your list as you go. Come back to your breath in gratitude if you get distracted. Let's come back into this space. A deep inhale. Exhale with a sigh. Again. Throughout your day, as you become activated, as you find patterns in your life that, whether that be in your workspace or in your personal life that are reactive, that are avoidant, come back to your breath just for a moment. Breathe in through your nose for 5 or 6 seconds and out through your mouth. And you'll find that you'll become more resilient over time. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m.